What is up, everyone, and welcome to my new layout for my gaming pickup video as well as my future unboxing videos. And this video is going to be a little bit longer than expected because I'm actually going to talk about each game I'm going to show here, providing some commentary and such, as well as explain a little bit about my job situation, which I just happened to recently quit my job because it was getting to that point where I was feeling threatened and not too safe. So I reached that deciding factor where I said I just pretty much had to get out there and not come back. I know the typical thing to do is to get another job lined up first, and then quit, but I felt like if I would have stayed there any longer, then things would have not ended too well for me. The job was super easy. I was making decent pay. It's just that we got this new supervisor who was completely bonkers, and what I mean bonkers is that she would yell at everyone for no reason. And I'm talking about hardcore yelling to the point where you just got a sense of negativity, just too much negativity going on. But also, I quit not only because of the supervisor, but I felt like I was constantly putting myself in potential danger, which I won't go into too much detail about. But anyways, one good thing to come from that is I saved up enough cash for some video games that I missed out in the past few months, as well as some future video games that are coming out. And also I want to mention, before I move on to these pickups, whoever still owns a copy of Metal Gear Solid 4, you guys might want to put this back in your PlayStation 3 and check it out. Or check out the update, I should say, because they just recently released a trophy patch for this game. So if you wanted trophies for your Metal Gear Solid 4, hey, now's a good time for you trophy whores out there, because, hey, I'm a trophy whore, I love unlocking trophies, and it's a good reason to replay the game, but I don't mind replaying the game with or without the trophies because this is actually one of my favorite games for the PS3 console. Alright, now let's move on to these pickups. Final Fantasy X2, or whoa, I said Final Fantasy X2. I mean Final Fantasy 13-2, sorry. Wow, I got that confused with 10-2. Anyways, yeah, I picked this up from Best Buy for $14. They were having a summer weekly sale, and I took advantage of that. Went there, the store shelves were pretty much wiped clean, and this was the last copy of Final Fantasy 13-2 that they had on the shelf for 14 bucks. And I did happen to enjoy the first game, so that's why I picked up the second one, of course. And I know there's like a lot of people not liking Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2. I'm not a super hardcore fan of Final Fantasy. I just happen to like the Final Fantasy games, but once again, I'm not a super hardcore fan. So, for the people who say that 13 and 13-2 sucks, I can't really comment on that because I just happen to like the Final Fantasy games for what they are, So anyways, as you notice, it's still in the shrink wrap. It's not open because I've been working on these other games, trying to beat them and, unlock trophies. So I might try it out this week or next week. Alright, moving on to the next pickup. Lollipop Chainsaw. I've been wanting to try this out for the longest time. Super happy I got it. I got a used copy from GameStop, and this is not the original cover art that came with the game when I got it from GameStop. This was the actual cover that came with it, with no manual, by the way, but that's alright. You don't really need an instruction manual with this game because it's really easy to pick up and play. So yeah, this was the front and back cover for the game. So what I did is I went online and I actually printed out the box art for this and I put it in there myself, which I'm happy to have some box art for my game now, but I used up the last of my ink in my printer to print this entire thing out. But that's alright. So it's a very comical game, very hack and slash like, a lot of memorable moments, and it's been a while since I played a game that can make me laugh out loud, and this was definitely the game to do it. Definitely one of my favorite games of 2012, and I would say the highlight of this game are the boss fights. Each bosses are different, and they're interesting enough to be intriguing characters themselves, so definitely a fun, entertaining, comical game, and I just love how they utilize some comic book art style in some of the levels in this game. So definitely worth it, I'd say. Alright, next pickup, Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. I actually had the first one for Xbox 360, but I traded it back at some point, and I regret it because I just loved the first one a lot. With this one now, having mixed feelings about. With the story, it seems like they just constantly throwing tedious puzzles at you to the point where it feels tiring and you get bored with it after a while. However, you know, there are some redeeming factors about this game, such as the free roam gameplay, where you get to roam around Gotham City, save civilians, and meet and fight other villains that you get to unlock later on, as well as driving just about almost any vehicle you want. Also, the other highlights about this game are the collectibles. There are hundreds of collectibles in this game. I would say over 500 collectibles. And the other redeeming factor of this game is that you get to play as other DC superheroes, such as Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Cyborg. And I gotta say, playing as Superman in this game is fun because you're indestructible, except when you come in contact with Kryptonite, but that's only during the story mode. Sorry, spoiler alert. But the worst that could happen is that you lose the ability to fly once you come in contact with Kryptonite, but anyways, yeah, you're indestructible. You have super heat vision, which you can shoot lasers out of your eyes. You have super ice breath, so you can blow out fires, and you could just fly just about anywhere you want over Gotham City, so that is really fun because once you like levitate and fly up in the air, it plays the classic Superman theme. So at one point, I got caught up in the moment and I actually felt like Superman. But those are all the fun factors for this game. I would say the free roam gameplay, the collectibles, playing as other DC superheroes. The story gets kind of boring. That's because they only throw tedious puzzles at you a lot, and it does get kind of boring. Now, I don't mind puzzles in video games as long as they're interesting and, you know, kind of clever, but for this game they just feel kind of boring after a while for some reason. So that's Lego Batman 2. I did end up beating it. Didn't care for the story that much, but everything else I happen to enjoy. Alright, moving on to the next game, Ashura's Wrath. I'm not sure how to describe this game, but it's definitely another one of my favorites for 2012 because it's like an interactive anime type of game. So if you really love anime, I would highly recommend this game. But once again, I'm not sure what category to put this in. I don't know if it's an interactive anime or a score attack game or sort of action adventure type game, because there is some gameplay in it. You do, you know, have your basic attacks like your light attack, your strong attack. You have a attack button to shoot fireballs. You could jump, but for the most part, you're just doing button commands. Just a lot of button commands, and you know, you're interacting with cutscenes. I mean, this game has so many cutscenes. I would say it even rivals the Metal Gear Solid video games, because you know how long those cutscenes are. But anyways, each cutscene are interesting and beautifully done, so you know, I don't really mind the length of the cutscenes, and it has a very cool story, I would say. But you know, if you love anime, I would highly recommend this game, and the DLC that came out for this game are awesome as well. There's I think 2 of the DLC missions where it's hand-drawn anime, and you get to interact with that by pushing the button commands. And there's other DLC where you get additional missions to the story where you get to unlock the true ending, so that's pretty cool. And there's also other DLC where you get to fight Street Fighter characters such as Ryu and Akuma, and I thought that was pretty awesome. So the total package, definitely awesome, especially the DLC. I have a feeling they might come out with a Game of the Year edition that will include all the DLC on one disc. So, you know, if you don't have this yet, probably hold off a bit till they come out with that. Once again, you know, I don't know for sure if they are going to come out with one, but I would not be surprised since they're doing that with a lot of games now. So anyways, awesome game. Very awesome. Alright. God of War Origins Collection. And I'm just crazy about God of War. This is how crazy I am for God of War games, alright? Look, I have the original for PS2. God of War 2 for PS2. I have God of War 3, God of War Collection, which comes with God of War 1 and 2, remastered in HD graphics, and trophy support. The original two PSP games, Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, which I happen to have rebought again here in the Origins collection, but hey, it's remastered in HD and it comes with trophies. So, once again, I'm a trophy whore, and you know, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's worth it because of the HD graphics and trophies. No. No. It's like, I mean, yeah, this has to do with that, but also, I love that fact that they're remastering classic PS2 games in like HDs and putting them into like collections, you know, such as the Devil May Cry collections, the Silent Hill collection, the Metal Gear Solid collection. So I will definitely pick those up in the future because I think they're worth it for what they are. Alright. ICO and Shadow of the Colossus collection. Once again, in these collection series, they remaster them in HD and add trophies to them. And this is good for me because I never played ICO. I did, however, play Shadow of the Colossus on the original PS2, and I'm glad that they put it in this collection with ICO because I never played ICO. Now, I did actually happen to open this already and play it, and I beat ICO, and I thought it was a fun little dungeon crawler game. I don't know if you would call it a dungeon crawler. I know you're like going through these dungeons and kind of like solving all these types of puzzles to make on, you know, to proceed on with the game. But definitely thought it was good. Alright, now for the last pickup here, Ninja Gaiden 3 Collector's Edition. Brand new, still in box. As you see, the shrink wrap is still on it. Got this off eBay. And yeah, I love Ninja Gaiden. I got Ninja Gaiden 1 for Xbox, Ninja Gaiden Black for Xbox, and finally, Ninja Gaiden 2 for Xbox 360. Now, I don't have the Sigma series for PS3 because, you know, I love Ninja Gaiden, but not that much. You know, I'm pretty satisfied with all 3 games, or all 4 games I have here. So yeah, got this for about $120 off eBay. Glad that it's unopened, and it comes with an art book, soundtrack, voucher for the Dead or Alive 5 demo, and you get some figurines. And now, I was not planning on doing an unboxing video for this, but I think I will do one, which I will include in a separate video. So if you want to see all the cool stuff in here, check out my unboxing video for this. And that has been my lately pickups for July and August. Got about 7 games total, and I think I have enough here to last me a while till fall of Cybertron comes out, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and Resident Evil 6, which is the big one I'm waiting for. So alright, I'm Demonic Foil. Thank you for reviewing my video game pickups. Catch you guys in my unboxing videos. Peace.